Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. Today's Words of Wisdom is from January 27th, and I quote, "It is good to seek success and to succeed, but please also shine light upon others as you do. Please at least desire to do so." From the Laws of Hope. Thank you, Master. Alright, so today's Words of Wisdom is from this quote in Laws of Hope in Chapter 3, Success that Prevails from This World to the Other World. So I think I've mentioned this in my past videos, but the happiness that Master Okawa is providing here in Happy Science is a happiness that's attained in this life that can be carried over to the next life. So it's a formula of being happy in this life and the next. Not being unhappy in this life, but being happy in heaven, or not being happy in this world, but suffering in hell after death. Or the worst case scenario is you suffer on this world and you carry all that suffering to the other world too, and you continue suffering. But yeah, it's the best formula, being happy here and carrying it over to the next life. And this Kyoten, the Laws of Hope, he teaches us a lot of principles of success. How to become a successful, more influential person in this secular world using these spiritual principles. And chapter 3, I believe, is a very important chapter where he talks about balancing out worldly success and allowing that to lead to a spiritual success. So this Words of Wisdom is from page 120, and I'd like to quote that section, that one page. There's like a subheading. It's called, "When deciding how to live your life, think of God's eyes watching over you." And I quote, "Living with many enemies seeming to surround you is not a happy circumstance. Such a life would be unhappy, lonely, and in some sense alienated. You would want to think this issue through during this life before worrying about what would happen in the afterlife. You would go through life with people's jealousies and criticism weighing on you, and you would be hated by others. You could end up becoming an old, openly egoistic person." An even stronger word for egoism is egotism, a mental attitude of worrying only about your own self-interests. People will accept a little egoism, but you'll be very hated by others if you live egotistically, thinking only about yourself and not minding sacrificing others. For this reason, you have to be careful not to cross this fine line. When you pass on from this world, your state of enlightenment, or your state of mind, will determine whether you become an angel or a bodhisattva or a being of hell. For this reason, always be aware that God's or Buddha's eyes are watching over you. Keep his value judgments firmly in your mind as you think about how you will live in this world. It's a point you must not forget about. This is the difference that clearly divides numbers-based methods of success from the laws of success that I teach. In other words, it is good to seek success and to succeed, but please also shine light upon others as you do. Please at least desire to do so." End quote. So when we're on the path to success, when we find success one after another, it's very easy for us to forget about the support that we receive from other people. We become blind of other people's support and help, and we only shine light in our own achievements. That is when, one, it can lead to your downfall in your near future, and two, that is when you are unnecessarily, unknowingly creating enemies. You are stirring up jealousy in others. Of course, jealousy is a natural tendency that can occur in anyone. So even if you are succeeding with a pure mind, with the heart of love, you can still, people can still be jealous of you. But if you're doing it from an egotistical standpoint, in the end, that jealousy will shoot you down, and you will not be able to live a long-lasting success, even in this life. Even if you're lucky enough to end your life successful, it'll probably be a very lonely one in your twilight years. And most likely, unfortunately, if you weren't able to awaken to the love that you were given, and if you lived egotistically, as Master has taught us in this passage, you will fall to hell. So it's very important that in this chapter, or in this Kyoten, Master talks about three, it's called sanpuku in Japanese, but 3 forms of creating fortune. One is saving happiness or saving fortune. And then the second one is sharing fortune or sharing happiness. And then the last one is planting or investing happiness or fortune. So the more successful you become, first is saving it. What does that mean? When you achieve success, you feel so happy. And however, it's important to contain that happiness a little bit and don't be blind of others' feelings. There could be a colleague sitting right next to you who wanted to achieve that position too. So it's saving happiness, right? And then the second one is sharing happiness. So this is where, you become grateful for the people around you who supported you. Being thankful for the people around you. And showing that in your actions and in your speech is very important. Not just having it inside your mind, but show that, express that form of love in concrete ways. And then lastly is planting happiness or investing happiness. This is when you think about people, not just the people around you, but people in the future. So let's say that, I don't know, if you've got a great promotion, you start getting good money, maybe donating for a great cause. This is a very good act of love, an important form of love. And Masters taught us that using these 3 steps of how to use fortune, it'll help you prevent causing unnecessary enemies, and it'll allow you to continue that heart of love, to keep that flame lit. And also, it'll lead you to a long-term success. So again, this Kyoten, the Laws of Hope, as the same with all other books that Master's written, so full of wisdom. So if you are on the path of success, if you want to do something with your life, if you want to make a name, please read this Kyoten. You will not regret reading this book. Let me end today's video by reading the words of wisdom. It is good to seek success and to succeed, but please also shine light upon others as you do. Please at least desire to do so from the Laws of Hope. Thank you everyone for tuning in. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.